Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. श्री प्रभुपाद की जय हो, सद गोस्वामी की जय हो, चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। We are in the discussion of the childhood pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how the demigods used to come to have darshan every day. At the same time, they used to tease the devotees present there, and the devotees used to think some ghostly people have entered, and in this way, very, very wonderful pastimes. They used to chant Narsimha mantra, some used to chant Durga mantra. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to, it is when he was just 4 months, he used to play like, or used to perform the mischievous acts like Nanda Gopal, drop here and there everything, scatter everything. And then again they used to think, who has done all this mess? Oh, some ghostly people must have come, some demon must have come. And anyhow, the Lord has protected our child. Same like how Yashoda Mata and Nanda Baba used to think. The same way, Sachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra used to think. Then the naming ceremony of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu happened. His name, some suggested that the name should be Nimai, some suggested yes, the name should be Vishwambhara. So we are in the 48th verse. Jagat Haila Shrishta Ihana Janame Purveyena Prithvi Dharila Narayane. So 4th chapter, Chaitanya Bhagavata, 48th verse. So Jagat Haila Shrishta Ihana Janame. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared, or why Narayana has appeared? Purveyena Prithvi Dharila Narayane, to deliver the earth. And also, the world has become prosperous since the time of his birth. Lord is all auspicious. That is why when Lord appears, everything is auspicious. Now, before Varaha appeared, Lord Varaha appeared, the earth was submerged in water. But when Narayana appeared as Varaha, then the earthly planet was delivered, it was maintained. That is why he is Vishwambhara, one who takes the bhara, Vishwambhara, one who protects, maintains. Then again, prior to Lord's incarnation as Hayagriva, the science of the absolute truth was completely lost in this world. So what Hayagriva did, these Vedic literatures were submerged in the water. Again, Hayagriva then destroyed the material knowledge and the natural sciences of the demons Madhu and Kaitav, and in this way displayed the glories of Vedic knowledge. So these demons represent the present situations also. In the name of modern technology or material science, the glories of Vedic knowledge is destroyed. That is why it is a duty of each and every devotee to somehow see that our Vedic knowledge is not destroyed. We have to teach our children Krishna consciousness. If we don't do that, they'll be carried away by this material knowledge, and they will represent the demons Madhu and Kaitav. So Lord is known as Vishwambhara. Whenever the demigods and human beings are harassed by demons, various incarnations of Lord and Narayana appear in this world to protect and maintain the universe. Such incarnations are therefore also known as Vishwambhara. Since this boy will protect and maintain the universe like an incarnation of Vishnu, the name Vishwambhara is appropriate for him. After considering in this way, the learned scholars gave the name Vishwambhara to the Lord. Because of his advent and influence of chanting and hearing the names of Krishna, people who had forgotten their constitutional position and become afflicted with unwanted habits have gotten relief. That is, they have become situated in their constitutional position or have attained the goal of life. So, what was the necessity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance? Because in this Kali Yuga, Kalir Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar, Lord, Lord has appeared in the form of name, holy name. That is why chanting of the holy name is the only solution to attain Lord. There is no other solution. Harer Nam, Aiva Kevalam, Kalonasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva, Gatir Anyatha. There is no other solution beyond this. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared to inaugurate Yagya Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti Someda Saha. Yes, appeared to inaugurate the holy name. In other all yugas, there were different means to attain the holy name, deity worship, yakya, tapasya, and all. But in this yuga, the only means is chanting the holy name. There is no other means, and somebody has to inaugurate. The Lord Himself comes to teach this line. Tesham satate yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamu payantite. I will give you the knowledge. To whom? One who continuously chants the holy name of Krishna. That is the power of chanting the holy name. If we are doing many other activities and if we are not concentrating in the chanting of the holy name, every activity is just a waste of time. We may do an elaborate deity worship, we may do many things, but we are not concentrating in the chanting of the holy name. Everything will never attain any goal of life. So very clearly it has been told, for this yuga, minimize various activities but concentrate in chanting the holy name. Ataiva ihana Shri Vishwambhara Nama Kuladeepa Koshityo Likhilan ihana. Koshityo means horoscope. So this name is given in the horoscope. His name is Vishwambhara. Taiva ihana Shri Vishwambhara Nama. So in his horoscope also it is given that his name is Vishwambhara. From the calculation of Vishwambhara's horoscope, it was understood to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the original source of all other incarnations. So see, from the time also horoscope is made. When the child is small, the first thing the parents should do is to make his astrological chart with a proper knowledgeable person. These astrological charts are very, very important, which will show us the future of the child, in what he will be inclined. Everything is given in the horoscope. And there are good people who are into making the horoscope. Don't make it horoscope, make it horoscope. Nimaye balilena pativrata gana Seinama dvitiya Daki ve sarvajana. So the name Nimai, which was suggested by the ladies, that was kept as a second name. So the first name is Vishwambhara, because it is there in his astrological chart. That means the word V is also there. At the same time, his incarnation of Lord is also there. And the second name has been kept as Nimai. The name Vishwambhara given to the Lord by the learned scholars is his primary name. And the name Nimai given by the chaste ladies is his secondary name. From today, people will address him as Vishwambhara and then as Nimai. Sarva Shubhakshara Nama Karana Samaye Gita Bhagavata Veda Brahmana Padaye. So this Namakaran is a very auspicious festival. Shubhakshara. It's a very auspicious festival. It's not that you take out some book and then find out which is a very beautiful and a modern name, Tiki or Pinky or Chinky. Should not do that. Brahmanas are called, they refer to the astrological chart and they suggest the name. Like when our Nayana Manjari was born, astrological charts were made, and the name came from N, and Tamalachan Prabhuji kept her name as Nayana Manjari. So it is not that we just take out something and keep some modern name, or some film star is very famous with that name, let me keep that name. No. It's a very, very auspicious one of the sanskara, very auspicious sanskara, Namakaran. Her Namakaran was kept in Mayapur Goshala. Namakaran is kept in auspicious places. Modani Prabhu and all had come. So it is kept in an auspicious place. And the father tells the name in the ears. And also the same, there is one Gupta name which father gives. So these are all some of the very important rituals. And after that, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Vedas are chanted. The guru gives one name, father keeps one name, like the two names are kept. One is for calling and one is very Guhya name, very Gupta name. Like my childhood, I used to be called as Prabha, but my Gupta name was Sita Lakshmi. Now I am telling it to open because now there is completely change of all the names. Whenever the name giving ceremony is conducted at the house of a Brahmana or Vaishnava, the Brahmanas recite Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Vedic literature. On this occasion, all auspicious symptoms like favorable winds, absence of unseasonal weather conditions prevailed. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, everything was so wonderful. The whole season was very, very beautiful. This itself shows the auspiciousness of Chaitanya's appearance. Deva Naraganin Karaye Ekatra Mangala Haridhvani Shankha Ghanta Bajaye Sakala. Everyone, both demigods, humans, everybody chanted the name Hari. The demigods were so happy. They also chanted the name Hari Bol, Hari Hari. And the conches were blown and the bells were rung. See how important is Namakarana ceremony. That is why the present devotees, we should understand all the sanskaras are very, very important. Now you will also get the children married, and some have very small children, some may be newly married. They will also beget the child. At that time, don't give up all these sanskaras. Sanskaras are so important. And with this sanskara, only a person can become Krishna conscious. That is how this is the first basic step. We should not forego this step. Just on the name of Krishna consciousness, we should not become, we should not give up our Vedic tradition. Yes, Vedic tradition is actually increasing our Krishna consciousness, not decreasing our Krishna consciousness. It is only increasing Krishna consciousness. That is why we should understand. We should not criticize our culture. Our culture is very, very important. So here, beautiful naming ceremony happened. Everybody was chanting the name of Hari. And then, Dhanya Punti Kai Khadi Swarna Rajatadi Yatah Dhari Baraha Nimittah Savakaila Upanita. Then to examine the child's preference, they placed a paddy, a book, roasted paddy, money, gold, silver, everything in front of him. That is how they test. What is this child inclined to? And if he picks up whatever he finds attractive, we should understand he loves, they are always attracted to that thing. Oh, listen, my dear Vishwambhara, pick up whatever you find attractive. Jagannath bole, Shuna Bapa Vishwambhara. Bapa Vishwambhara. Just see why this word Bapa is given. Yaha chitte laya yataha dharaha satvara. So we have Aparna Mataji. Tell me what is the meaning of Bapa. Yes, Aparna Mataji, unmute your phone.
Yes,
Haribol.
Mataji.
What is the meaning of Bapa?
Bap
Shuna
Papi,
Bapa. Papa means father.
father.
Now see, father is calling the son as father. That is the tradition. That is the way you should address your children. In South, when they address their children, they will say Amma. My father, till today, he calls me Prabha Amma. There is a way they call Prabha Amma. That is how they will respect the children. In the same way, but the boys also, they will call by father, like Bapa or Pita, something like that. So that you are respecting your son, and it's also said, it also said, who knows, this child may be your father in the past birth. So that is the way to love your children. Not just call him in any way, which has no sense. So Bapa Vishwambhara, every word of Caitanya Bhagavat is a practical application. And I am seeing that how we were groomed by our parents in a very right way. So Bapa Vishwambhara, that means you are the father for us also, your father for the whole world. And that is how the children are also addressed in the house. So pick up whatever you want. Sakala Chadiya Prabhu Shri Sachinandana Bhagavata Dhariya Dilena Alingana. So Sachinandana, what he did, Sachimata's son, he left everything aside and he embraced Srimad Bhagavatam. Shri Gaur Sundar did not grab the rice paddy, gold or silver, which are meant for Vaishyas, nor did he grab the puffed rice to make a gluttonous, greedy Brahmana. Rather, from among the many Vedic literatures, he only grabbed Srimad Bhagavatam and held it to his chest. By his gesture, the Lord established the supremacy of Srimad Bhagavatam. He disclosed his future pastimes of preaching devotional service to Lord Krishna. Pativrata Gane Jayadeya Charibhita Sabaye Bolina Bada Hive Pandita. Everybody was surprised. Jai, Jai, every lady, all the ladies there, they were just exclaiming, Jai, Jai, what a wonderful boy. He's going to be a great learned scholar. That is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he gives the 5 opinions, one of the important opinions is Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumartho Mahan. To understand that prema, which is actually the goal of life, the pramana is Srimad Bhagavatam. Seeing the Lord's eagerness for taking Srimad Bhagavatam, the ladies devoid of spiritual knowledge concluded that Nimai would be a simply learned academic scholar. Actually, they were devoid of spiritual knowledge. But still, at least they were saying he's going to become a great Pandita. Keha bole Shishu bada haipe Vaishnava alpe sarvashastrera janive anubhava. Someone said, oh, he's a great Vaishnava. He has realized the purport of the scriptures. Because Bhagavatam is the essence of the scriptures. So he has realized it. Some knower of the future predicted that Vishwambhara would be an exalted Vaishnava in due course of time and would attain extraordinary knowledge in all scriptures by the influence of his devotion to Vishnu. Now just see, because of his Yogamaya potency, Lord has covered the eyes of everyone. Lord himself has appeared and they are all speaking like this. By the influence of the mercy of Vishnu, he has picked up Bhagavatam. He himself is Bhagavatam personified. Bhagavatam is Lord Krishna personified, and Lord Krishna in person has appeared. Yedike hasya prabhuchana vishwambhara anande shinchita hayatara kalevara. Whoever was blessed by Vishwambhara's smiling glance was filled with happiness. Ye karaye kole sehi edita edite na jane devera dullabhe kole kare nari gade. So one lady took him on the lap. Then she was thinking how to put him down. Then in this way, the ladies, they held on the laps. He who is rarely attained by the demigods. Just see what a bhagya the ladies of NLDD'S got. They kept him on the lap, and then they used to think how to keep him down. That means they did not want to keep him down. He was so beautiful, so attractive, and he is so beautiful. So naturally, when Krishna is coming on the lap, nobody wants to keep him down. प्रभु यही कांदे यही क्षणे नारी गण हाथे ताले दिया करे हरि संकीर्तना. Now again, when Lord is crying, everybody is clapping and chanting the name of Hari. Shuniya nachena Prabhu kolera gopare vishesha sakkala nari Hari dhani kare. So Lord heard the chanting and he began to dance on the laps. How children dance, you know? They will keep their legs up and they will just show the gesture of dancing. They shake their hands also, and they laugh, they smile. So this became an inspiration to the ladies to chant more enthusiastically. Nirvari sabara vadana hari nama chale bolayena prabhu hena ichhattana. So continuously they were chanting the name of Hari, because they were induced by the will of Supreme Lord. It is Krishna who makes a person chant. And in this way, one person chants, other person hears. So it is the will of Krishna. Tan ichha bina kona karma siddha nahi. Because without his will, nothing can be successful. It's only Krishna's mercy. Vede Shastre Bhagavate yehi tattva kohe. So this is confirmed in the scriptures. It is not that we can perform any activity. Everything is dependent on his mercy. If his mercy flows from there, where everything can happen. Like our present construction is going on, we are just seeing how, like, practically we become zero. And somewhere the bill comes. Okay, today bill is 6 lakhs, you have to pay it. Oh. Then how it miraculously happens. Like day before yesterday, the bill was 6 lakhs, which had to be paid, and we were completely having only 11,000 with us. And one day he comes and gives, and all these things happens. That is how Krishna, we only just act as if we are doing so many things. It is Krishna's will. If Krishna's will is there, Krishna invokes auspiciousness and he invokes the mercy in everyone's heart. If Krishna desires, that thing has to happen. If Krishna doesn't want, it will not happen. But then we cannot just keep our hands and legs crossed and sit. So we have to act as if we are doing something. But actually it is Krishna who does everything. So, yehi mata karaiya nija sankirtana dine dine bade bade prabhu Shri Sachinandana. So, yehi mata karaiya nija sankirtana. Lord intentionally inspired everyone to chant the holy name. Dine dine bade. And every day he was just growing. And every day he is making them chant also. Janu gati chale Prabhu parama sundara. Katite kini kini kinkini baje ati manohara. He's so beautiful. His crawling is also very beautiful. When children start crawling, they look very, very beautiful. Mother and father and all the family members, they like to see the children crawling. When Supreme Personality of Godhead is crawling, just imagine what would be the happiness or the bliss which Sachimata and all the Navadip Pasis, Jagannath Mishra, all they got. The crawling of the Lord was so beautiful, and the tinkling of the bells on his waist enchanted the minds of all. Kinkiri refers to small bells worn around the waist. It's very important. This waist band is very important, and children like to hear the sound. That is why these bells are kept. Even when the mother is pregnant, it is recommended she should wear silver bangle, copper bangles, glass bangles to protect from the negative elements and also to make a sound. So the child in the womb never feels himself alone. In the same way, the child wears the bell. The bells are put in the waist, the pile, so that when the child is crawling, the sound comes and it is very manohara. Manohara means it is very pleasing to the mind, not only for the child, for the family members present also. Parama nirbhaya sarva angane bihare kiba agni sarpa yaha dekhe tai dhare. So he fearlessly, nirbhaya, wandered throughout the courtyard. He grabbed whatever he saw, even fire or a snake. So from that time only his power was shown. But he used to do it in a very childish way, childish sporting, like how the child sports. Eka dina eka sarpa badite vedaya dharilena sarpe prabhu balaka lilaya. One day snake entered and Lord caught the snake, and then laid down on the coils of the snake. Kundali Kariya Sarpa Rahila Vediya Thakura Thakila Tara Uppare Shuya. Then what he did, he just slept on the coil of the snake, and seeing that everybody were shocked. Athe Vethe Sabe Deki Hi Kare Shuya Hasina Prabhu Sarpero Pare. Sleeping on the snake, he was smiling. But others were all shocked. Hey, what is this? So the word athe comes from the Sanskrit word astavyastha and is corruption of the word astevyaste, which means hurriedly. So then Garuda, Boli Daka Sarvajana. So everybody were calling, oh, Garuda, please come. Pita Mata Adi Bhaye Kare Krandana, everybody were crying, including his parents. Garuda is a king of birds and chastier of snakes. Even today, people take shelter of Garuda or chant his name to become free from the fear of snakes. So we have Garuda Ganga while going to Badri. There, the bus stops. The devotees go and take bath in Garuda Ganga. They bring Garuda stone. And it is said, if the snake bite is there, just keep the Garuda stone there. All the poison is automatically removed. The power of Garuda stone. Chalila Ananta Shuni Savara Kandana Punha Daribare Jana Sri Sachinandana. So hearing everyone cry, Lord Ananta began to depart. So who is that snake? None other than Ananta Shesha. But the son of Sachi tried again to grab him. Sri Shesha accepted the form of a snake and assisted Gaur Sundar in his pastimes, childhood pastimes. The people who were present there considered him as an ordinary snake, and following worldly custom, they surrendered to Garuda and prayed for Nimai's release from the snake's clutches. That is why Anantadeva, the snake, left that place, but the Lord tried to bring him back. Then everybody were giving Swasti Vachan. So this will go from tomorrow. Any doubts?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, in that first verse you did, verse 48, it is referred Vedic literature submerged in the waters of material knowledge. Now we have heard of material waters, and ocean of essence, and all this. But what is waters of material knowledge? Hare Krishna cannot hear.
The waters of material knowledge. That refers to
Yeah.
submerged. What is the meaning? Covered. So this material knowledge was trying to flood or cover the Vedic knowledge. The Vedic knowledge became lupta. That is why Hayagriva appears to bring back this Vedic knowledge. Now, what is happening in the present situation also? Generally, parents like to put their children in modern schools. What is that modern school? The modern school is also covering the material, the spiritual knowledge. And that is how the Vedic knowledge is covering the material knowledge is covering the Vedic knowledge.
Okay.
Where the children are taught Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, that the children are learning something else. That is why we have RGHS. RGHS school.
In text,
Yeah.
in text 51, purport, on this occasion of all auspicious symptoms like favorable winds, so वहाँ तक ठीक है, favorable winds, and the absence of unseasonable weather means what?
Which verse you say?
51 का purport.
31.
51
31.
Mataji, 51.
51. Yeah. Unseasonal weather.
Yeah.
On this occasion, so favorable winds you can understand. Absence of unseasonal weather, inauspicious things. Absence of unseasonal weather means like sometimes it should not rain. It should not be too dark. They show the symptoms. Like in December, suppose it is raining and everything is like, it's so dark. It's a storm. It all shows something wrong is going to happen. And sometimes Krishna shows that. Krishna clearly shows, don't do this thing. This is all unseasonal weather. That means the sins are increasing. That time it's unseasonal weather. June, when the weathers are coming in a proper time, that means pious activities are there. When there is a difference in the weather, that means there is impious activities are going on. Sins are increasing. They are known as unseasonal weather. It is not the season. If it is hot, that time it should be hot. If it is raining, it should be raining. But in the rainy season, it is very hot. Or in the winters, it should be cold, but it is still raining. Like last year, it was going on. The rains went up to December, November end. That is why our work was also delaying. That means the sins are increasing. That time it is unseasonal weather.
That is absent over here. Absence of this.
Another meaning of this. This is a gross meaning. On this occasion, all symptoms like favorable winds. That means the increase of knowledge or the Vedic knowledge was increasing. Everywhere there were symptoms of people chanting the holy name. That is favorable wind. Absence of unseasonal weather. That means the concoction for Mayavad philosophy and all these things are unseasonal weather. That was all decreasing. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, all absence of negative things went away, and every absence of and presence of positive thing was there. What is that positive? Positive is chanting the holy name. What is negative? There is no chanting, there's no desire to chant.
So many meanings you gave, Mataji. Ask for one, you gave so many fantastic. मैंने आपको एक इंटरप्रिटेशन पूछा, आपने इतना सब दे दिया. Okay, last point. Text 66. Text 66. It is only of 2 lines. He fearlessly wandered throughout the courtyard and grabbed whatever he saw, even fire or snake. What does this signify? This statement.
Like, what does Krishna lifting Govardhan signifies? That too with the left hand on the tip of the nail of the left hand, the finger, little finger. What does it signify?
It signifies superhuman activity.
Yes. Same thing. So
Okay,
Krishna,
got it.
for Krishna to do all these things, it is nothing.
Mataji, 2 points only, but I will say. Someone others are also waiting. Mataji, in text 64, it is said that he inspired everyone to chant his holy names. So here I wanted to refer that, is this not a part of teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu right from his babyhood? He's teaching. So this can be included in the book of teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes. So this is teaching in a playful way.
Yeah.
Their teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a conversation which is happening with 5 people.
So teaching of baby Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
You
Text
publish a
number
book
60.
now.
Text number
Teachings of
61.
baby
I just
Chaitanya.
got
Huh?
baby Chaitanya. Baby Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Text number 61. Just I got this point just now. As the Lord heard their chanting, okay, he began to dance on their laps. Okay. This in turn inspired the ladies to chant with greater enthusiasm. Now I thought of this verse just now. Mahaprabhu Kirtanya Nitya Gita, that Sakshi Shashtaka. Mahaprabhu Kirtanya Nitya Nitya Gita, Vajitra Madhya. So here the word dance refers to Nitya. The word chant refers to Kirtan. And the laps must be shaking of the ladies. The vibrations created, that refers to the Vajitra Madhya. That is the instrument. Is this correct, Mata?
Yes.
Thank you,
Whatever increases our love for chanting, every translation or we are trying to bring out the meanings, everything is wonderful.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Okay, we'll stop here. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha, कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो